176 runs of 356 deliveries in the first innings, a quick fire and unbeaten 78 in the second innings that came at a strike rate of almost 140. कोई बताओ भाई, टेस्ट मैच चल रहा है. With the ball as well, he got the crucial breakthrough in the first innings and backed it up with a couple more in the second to lead England to a series leveling victory against West Indies. If you haven't yet guessed which player I'm talking about, I'm talking of Ben Stokes. नाम तो सुना ही होगा. Hello and welcome everyone to the Cricket Opinion. My name is Doi Payan and in my previous video, provided you have watched it, I did speak about who will topple the other person in the battle of top all-rounders, Ben Stokes or Jason Holder. The second test match had all answers. A talisman. If you Google this term, you will come to know that the term refers to someone who represents and more importantly inspires a particular group of people. Ben Stokes has been exactly that for this English side. Whenever their heads are down, whenever they want that small spark that will keep them going, Ben Stokes has been the man. He's often bailed them out and done it on more occasions that I can even remember. As Michael Vaughan rightly pointed out in the post-match chatter, that Ben Stokes has now, with this rounded performance, covered each format, each situation, each condition, and he's proved himself worthy of his team's, of his position in the team in each match that he plays. And again, as Joe Root pointed out in the post-match presentation, Ben Stokes just keeps getting better and better. If you look at his career, particularly those two knocks in 2019 that will be etched in every cricket fan's hearts for a long time. Starting things off with that World Cup final, मतलब भाई हेलमेट पे बॉल लग के चौका जा रहा है, कुछ भी मतलब, बट स्टोक्स ने कर दिया ना. He did. He has crossed the line for the English team so many times in the past that now I fear England is going more towards that one-man army thing, and he's delivering so often. Being an RCB fan, I'm looking for miracles in the game to happen. जब कोहली भाई चलते हैं तब भी आरसीबी हार जाती है, लेकिन जब स्टोक्स चलते हैं तो दुनिया देखती है, और अगर दुनिया नहीं देखती है तो देखो भाई, look at what he has done. This brings me to that famous Headingley test in the Ashes last year with the series in the line, and Australia needed only one scalp, and that was all for them to bring them the Ashes glory yet again in English soil. Even though they eventually did manage to do that, but in that particular innings, Ben Stokes did the improbable and chased that. Another thing that I must mention over here is that I think his bowling skills goes under the radar. He is an impact player, creates pressure. Even though he might not always be among the wickets, but he's definitely not a bowler that the opposition can take lightly. He always extracts something out of the pitch. However elusive it might be for assisting the bowlers, however, he is always battling out the conditions in batsman conducive situation when his team is bowling, and he often delivers. How many times have we seen him being the golden arm for England and break partnerships? That's the massive impact that Stokes creates in the game. In the post-match presentation, when Ben Stokes was asked whether he was being overused by this English side, he answered in the negative, saying that it's his job to come in, bowl in the hard yards, doing the toughest things in the most difficult scenarios. Speaks a lot about the team man that he is. Won't you agree? Now you might be thinking, why am I being so all hyped up about someone putting up match-winning performances? Yes, we have seen people pulling off the most improbable situations in a cricket match, but what stands out the most for me in terms for Ben Stokes is that how often does he do that? You might remember that World Cup T20 final played in Kolkata back in 2016 when West Indies needed 19 runs of the last over to win the World Cup. Ben Stokes was the bowler and Carlos Brathwaite struck 4 consecutive sixes to win them the trophy. But ever since कार्लोस भाई ने कितने मारे, 4 छक्के मारे, आपने मारे, oh अच्छा sorry, everyone's not Stokes, so I wasn't sure. Not to forget, he's equally penetrative as a bowler, as destructive as he is as a batsman. And fielding, I can't even bend my body in ways he ends up taking catches, you know. Oh, it's a back pain. Clearly, I'm not Ben Stokes over here. I'm sure that Ben Stokes will go down as one of the greatest all-rounders of the game. Not only that England has seen, but also that the world has seen. Such consistency, such power, such swagger. When he had newly come to the international scenes, you know, his behavior was seen as brash. He was caught in a pub brawl with someone during an Ashes series. But what defines a man is that how he has grown through his experiences, how he has learned his way through, has learned his craft, and now arguably I will really have a tough time to think if there's a more valuable player in world cricket. Even that we have the best of batsmen in Kohli, we have the best of bowlers in Umrah and other countries, of course, but the amount of value, the immense impact that Stokes brings to the game is mind-boggling, if you ask me. And that's all I had to say for today's video. It's all about appreciation for what Ben Stokes has been putting in front of all of us for such a long time now. And even those who would feel that, you know, there's something that he might do better and all, but come on, he's given us so much. We'll be greedy to ask even more. Thank you. Until next time, thank you very much. Subscribe, please. Share the video. Bye.